time in ancient Greece, a carpet of greenery unrolls across the land. Trees, flowers, fruits, and vegetables, the bounty of spring, blossoms under the guiding hand of Persephone, the goddess of spring.
You are mine.
Ah, but if Hades has his way, winter will arrive a little early this year.
Herc's Adventures for the Sega Saturn is a hidden gem of the 32-bit generation that has gone on to be mostly forgotten. Herc's Adventures is definitely a rare game to find on the Saturn. At the time of this quality video being recorded, only one copy of the game is available on eBay, disc only, for over $100. I was a ginormous dick slap and sold my original collection of Sega Saturn games many years back and had to pick up a reproduction copy of Herc's Adventure. If you haven't had a chance to play this game yet, or if you're here for nostalgia purposes, then sit back and relax and enjoy my review of Herc's Adventures for the Sega Saturn. Developed by LucasArts, known for its series of Star Wars games, Herc's Adventures was originally announced and intended as a Saturn exclusive, with a planned December 1996 launch. The Saturn game was delayed and ended up being released in 1997. The Saturn version was only released in North America, with a PS1 version ported from the Saturn and released worldwide. But the Saturn version is definitely the best version to play. Yeah, buddy! But before we go any further into reviewing Herc's Adventures, we have to talk about video game history. We have to go back to the past, back to the future, the long, long, long ago, a forgotten time, a bygone era, 1993. Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a cult classic run-and-gun game of the 16-bit era released on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and was also developed by LucasArts. Zombies Ate My Neighbors is by far one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo and of the 16-bit era. Why not the Sega Genesis, you may ask? Well, as they say in the YouTube biz snatch, that's a story for another vidya. A far lesser known and much shittier sequel, Ghoul Patrol, was released exclusively for the Super Nintendo in 1994. In 2021, limited run games made the exciting announcement that they would be releasing physical copies of both Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol for the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Switch, and PS4. I will be doing an unboxing of the SNES versions on the channel coming soon. With the upcoming re-release of cult classic Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Diarrhea Dumpster Fire, Ghoul Patrol currently in production, now couldn't be a more appropriate time to talk about the spiritual successor and, in my opinion, true sequel to Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Herc's Adventures. Unlike Ghoul Patrol, which had a new development team, the original team from Zombies Ate My Neighbors came back to develop Herc's Adventures, giving the game an extra level of polish. Our story is that of gods and legends. Hades captures the goddess of spring, Persephone, who, while under his power, will result in the world becoming barren and its people starving due to a spring that never came, basically Siberia. Zeus summons his three mighty champions to save Persephone and all of Greece, and so begins your journey. Players have the choice of three ancient Greek heroes to set off on their quest to stop Hades, including the mighty Hercules, the beautiful and deadly Atlanta, and the shitty and lame Jason. Each of the three characters have their own unique abilities. Hercules, being the strongest, can pick up the largest objects, but he is also the slowest. He also has a build-up attack of his club-based weapon. Hercules also does deal the most damage. Running and lifting actually depletes your strength meter. You have to wait based on time for it to build back up. Jason basically shares the same moves as Hercules, but he can only lift smaller objects, which means certain paths in the game are not accessible. His build-up attack isn't as powerful, and it is more difficult for him to kill enemies. There's zero reason to play as Jason. Atlanta is definitely the star of the show. Unlike Herc and Jason, who need to battle close up, Atlanta has a bow and an arrow with a targeting system. She's definitely the best character, although she can't lift the heavier objects like Jason. Herc's Adventure is a top-down run-and-gun game built on the Zombies Ate My Neighbor engine. But unlike Zombies, Herc's Adventures is a massive open world map with absolutely zero load time. The graphics in Herc's Adventures are truly impressive, from massive sprites to dozens of on-screen baddies to scaling and scrolling effects. The game has aged better than my grandmother and looks just as good today as it did in 1997. The game is truly enjoyed best in two-person co-op, but I film videos on YouTube, so clearly I don't have a second person to play with me. The high point of Herc's Adventures, besides for the addictive gameplay, tight controls, and interesting characters, is the hilariously cheesy humor that will make you LOL. You need to manage your system of collected weapons and bonus items such as health power-ups, because if you die, you're sent straight to hell. Well, Hades to be more specific. Every time you die, you end up in Hades battling a horde of the undead. You have to fight your way back to the land of the living to continue your game where you left off. Each subsequent death puts you deeper in the bowels of hell, fighting for your life. If you die 5 times, it's automatic game over. I 100% recommend any Saturn collector to pick up Herc's Adventures if you can find it, to add it to your collection. It's definitely a hidden gem and one I highly recommend. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Same bad time, same bad channel.